Guys, welcome back to another week of what's for dinner. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and start marinate some chicken. So I am making tomato basil chicken with the McCormick packet. So I'm just following the directions on the back of the package. It's water, oil, and vinegar this time. So I'm just gonna put the packet in and massage it all in together, and then we will put it in the fridge to marinate for the rest of the day. So you'll have to excuse my voice. I am recovering from a summer cold, so I'm not feeling the greatest, but I did still want to get this video up for you guys, so I hope that you enjoy. We are going to be doing 4 super easy dinner recipes per usual, but we're going to get back to it. So I'm just making some marinara sauce. I just have been liking to buy the the Great Value brand of marinara, and then season it to my own liking. So I'm just using onion powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, and a little bit of sugar to cut the acidity. And then I'm just gonna heat it up on the stove because we will be putting it over noodles later. So our favorite way to make chicken is to cook it in the air fryer. So now that the chicken has marinated for the rest of the day, I'm just gonna throw it in the air fryer. I cook it on 380 for 10 minutes, and then that's whenever I check it. Normally whenever I check it, I do bump the temperature up to 400 just to kind of get it crispy on the outside. We do like our chicken a little bit crispy on the edges, and then I'll cook it for around 5 to 10 minutes depending on how thick the chicken breasts are. But definitely just watch it because it is super easy for the chicken to get dry. But like I said, this has been our favorite way to cook chicken lately, and if you've been watching my what's for dinners, you know that we've been having a lot of like chicken, air fryer, potato, broccoli kind of meals, and just been experimenting with all of the marinades that McCormick has. So now I'm gonna get started on chopping up some broccoli. Like I said, we love our air fryer, so I'm just chopping up broccoli, making sure that it's kind of sort of the same size, and then I'm gonna put that in the air fryer as well. And the air fryer broccoli is 300 degrees for about 12 minutes depending on how much you have. I'm also reserving some of the marinade and basting it after about halfway through, just to make sure that it holds its juices. So now I'm going to go ahead and work on the broccoli again. I've got some olive oil here. I'm just going to toss it with some salt and pepper and just put that to the side until the chicken is all the way done. Okay, so like I said before, I'm going to throw the broccoli in the air fryer at 300 for about 12 minutes, shaking halfway through just to make sure that it all cooks evenly. And here is what everything looks like when it was all done. That marinade on that chicken was delicious. And of course, as always, the broccoli was amazing. And we just served this with spaghetti and marinara sauce on the side. This dinner was truly amazing. Okay, so this next night is something that I have never made before, so it was completely experimental. I am using I believe it's McCormick brand, but it's the one pot stir fry. And basically, I'm just following the directions on the back of the package. You just want to put some water and oil and soy sauce in a bowl, mix up everything, and then set it to the side so it can thicken up. And then I'm gonna fry the beef, which, by the way, I have never made before. I'm not someone that experiments a whole lot with meats because I'm not a real big meat eater. So this was a new journey for me. So I've got some oil here heating up in a pan, and I'm just going to throw in my stir-fry beef. This just came pre-made from Walmart, and I cut it in half and I'm just basically going to throw it all in. So the directions on the package of that one pot meal packet did not say anything about seasoning the meat, and honestly I wish I would have, because my husband said that it was a little bit bland. I actually didn't end up eating it just because it didn't smell very good to me, and like I said, I'm not a real big meat eater, but he did say that it needed some sort of seasoning. So if you try those packets, just make sure that you season your meat. Okay, so now that it's all done, I'm just going to remove it from the pan, and I am going to drain the grease off. There was quite a bit from that beef, and also since we added oil in the beginning, so I'm just going to drain that off a little bit, and then we'll throw some mushrooms in. So this stir fry, you can use whatever vegetables that you want, but I decided to do mushrooms, and then I also had some frozen broccoli on the side that we ate, like on the side. I was going to throw it in, but the pan was just way too small for that. So also I found this can of stir fry vegetables from La Choy, I think, and I just threw that in as well. It was a really good addition. It had like all the vegetables that you would ever need for a stir fry. So if you like Asian food like this, I do recommend getting that can. Just makes things a lot easier, and you don't really have to think about it. It's a no-brainer for that. So I'm just basically throwing everything back in the pan as soon as the mushrooms are done, throwing the sauce in and mixing everything together. So here's my husband's plate when it was all done. We just served this with the side of broccoli, and I threw some green onions on top. Okay, so this next night is another chicken in the air fryer recipe. Sorry about all of that, but that is kind of our go-to right now. My husband's trying to eat a little bit more low carb and more high protein, so that is what I am doing for him. He's getting ready to go into the National Guard, and so he's trying to lose a little bit of weight before he goes. So we're just kind of trying to eat a little bit better, and it's good to eat better as well. So anyways, I'm just seasoning my potatoes with some salt, pepper, and some French fry seasoning that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to mix that all together and throw it in the air fryer on 400 for about 10 minutes. I will check it halfway through and then put it back in for another 10 minutes. I did have to cook these for about 30 minutes altogether, but they came out so crispy and so good. So here I'm just showing you the potatoes, what they look like when they get all done. Don't those look amazing? They were really, really good. And I'm just going to shake them just to make sure that everything is done. And then also for the chicken, I actually had it marinating in some barbecue sauce and a little bit of water all day. And then I'm just going to throw that in and cook it on 380 for 10 minutes. And then check it, and then bump the temperature up to 400 and cook it for another 10 minutes. And just make sure that everything is cooked through. Marinating your chicken in barbecue sauce, I've actually never done that before, but it was really, really good. We love the Sweet Baby Ray's sweet and spicy barbecue sauce, and it turned out really, really good. So here's what everything looks like when it all came out. The chicken this night was so good. It was really, really good. And then we had those potatoes and some more air fryer broccoli. Such a quick and simple dinner. And then here is what my plate looks like when it was all done. I had made some homemade ranch on the side, and I put some extra barbecue sauce to dip everything in. And I am having a Cayman Jack margarita. So this next night, I am whipping up some tuna. I've made tuna in my vlogs before, but I don't think I've ever shared it in a what's for dinner. So I like to make our tuna not sweet. We like it more savory. So I'm basically just putting some mayonnaise, some mustard, salt, pepper. I do like to add a little bit of onion powder and mix everything together, and then I'll taste it and see what it tastes like, see if it needs more. You'll see me add some more mayonnaise after I start mixing things together, because I did think that it was just a little bit too dry. Also, we do like to add some relish, so I'll do like 2 tablespoons of dill relish and 1 tablespoon of sweet relish. We think that it's just a really good combination that way, and so that everything is not like so savory. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but let me know down below. How do you guys make your tuna? Do you like it more sweet or do you prefer it savory? Tuna is actually one of those really cheap and easy meals that you can make. This is 3 cans of tuna, and this has lasted us for about 3 days, and we've been just eating it like for dinner that one night, and then we had it for lunch a couple days. And I'm also putting some eggs in there, so it adds a little bit more protein, and eggs are good for you. So I don't know, it's just a healthier option, and if you get tired of eating tuna sandwiches, eat it with some crackers. It's a really good meal if you like tuna, and we do like tuna in this house. So anyways, I just wanted to share that if you're needing like a super easy maybe like lunch for all week, and I just transferred it to this bigger bowl because that bowl was a little bit too small. So yeah, I just stored it in the fridge, and also I'm gonna be making some air fryer carrots. Now we are not a fan of cooked carrots, but I had these in the fridge that I needed to get used up, and so I wanted to try it. So I'm just putting some olive oil, salt, pepper, and then I have that Kinder's buttery steakhouse seasoning. I think that the flavor of this was good, but it was more of like a texture thing for us. My kids did not like it. We do love like carrots and ranch, but we are not a fan of cooked carrots. So anyway, I wanted to try it. We know now that we really don't like cooked carrots, and I should probably not try that again. But anyway, here's what my plate looks like when it was all together. I just had some cheese on my sandwich, and I like to toast mine. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's What's for Dinner. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.